Through my job, I get to interact with lots of different people, with pupils and their parents and other teachers. And it's usually through some really challenging times in their life that I can serve God. Praying for them during my times of personal prayer and just using my God-given skills and abilities just to do whatever I can or I feel drawn to do to try and make their life better. I have a real passion for creating communities and keeping people connected together, which not only gives me the opportunities to encourage others in their discipleship, but I also feel encouraged by doing this.
I'm retired, but you wouldn't know that. I ask God to help me with all sorts of situations. For instance, if I'm going to have a conversation with a person and I think, it may be a bit difficult, I would ask God to help. I pray for the person and ask God to, go before and prepare both our hearts.
My aim really is to do the best in everything I do. Sometimes I don't like doing some things, or I do like doing things, but actually, if you can do everything as though God was at the end, always asking you to do it, then you'd probably do it the best you can. So in my work, for example, I work in a consultancy business, so I'm trying to be truthful with my dealings with my colleagues and my clients. Everyone at work knows I'm a Christian, so actually everything we're doing sort of should reflect that.
And so if we see our daily work and every aspect of our daily life as a form of worship, we're doing it unto God, whether that's on the front lines as an emergency worker, in a shop, in the boardroom, behind the desk on a computer, for the phone, that God has equipped us so that we are able to encourage our co-workers. We can be good examples of what it means to follow after Christ. And then in the midst of that, sometimes God makes a way that we might be able to have those deeper conversations about Christ. God can be working on someone's heart and they start to ask us questions and kind of just open that little door so we can share our faith. In some environments, we can boldly preach the gospel and to openly have those discussions and pray with people and really share our faith openly. And in some environments, that's not appropriate. But that smile that you give, that encouragement, and that constant walking in integrity, that itself is a witness and speaks boldly and speaks loudly of Jesus as well.
Every opportunity you have in your day to serve Him, take it. Because once you interact with the world, once you encounter people, there's always opportunities to serve God. There's always opportunities to be that person for other people.
The measurement of success isn't bums on seats, but it's how far are we willing to go for the people that we serve. What is it that I'm willing to do today? How far can I put myself out to serve someone else who's in greater need than me?
And it's not just in our religious activity, but the Spirit of the Lord is all over the earth, all over the world, all over the earth, constantly moving, constantly active. God is everywhere. And I myself am very prone to forget that. I forget that God is in every breath. Every moment is an opportunity to recognize God's faithfulness, to remember God, and also to be a blessing to other people around us. Having that mindset to look for God in all those small moments in life.
I particularly thank God for keeping me safe when I'm cycling. I just thank God, and I'm very appreciative that He's provided for me and my family, that we have food to eat, clothes to wear. I also thank God when I'm celebrating my own achievements, whether it's just all the tasks on my to-do list and completing those, or even the times when I get to gain a personal best in my latest triathlon.
I love looking at the skies, and I just love nature. I just love God's creation. I know He didn't He didn't make that day just for me, but it feels like it sometimes. And there was this one day when I asked God to, just give me something different as I went out to walk. And I saw this swan on a nest, and I thought it was just how beautiful, with God creating these new baby swans. And yeah, so that for me, that was like a gift that day. When I you know, coming to the end of the day, I give God thanks for it. And sometimes it's like, you know, when I'm doing the washing up, He just gives me time to reflect and just able to just thank Him and show, you know, my heart's thanking Him. Sometimes not words, but He just, yeah, just spending that time with Him.
I don't have to have a flashy car now. I really couldn't care less what I drive as long as it starts. I don't fuss over my clothes, going to clothes shops. It's just these things fall away. And they fall away because of the realisation of what's important. But they also fall away when working with people who have little and realising how important the small things are.
And I'm just realising that actually God is in the detail, and so slowing down gives me time to appreciate and to try and practice gratitude in everyday life a little bit more. I think contemplative prayer is something that's really helping me with that. It's not something that used to be a part of my routine, but just trying to sit down and spend a bit of time thanking God for all the little things in my day.
I think it's very easy to celebrate the big things like a new job or a house or having a child or having great meals with people, you know, miracles of life, etc. But actually, I think it's more of a discipline, just thanking God for everything as we go about our daily walks. You know, but having that thankfulness mindset, I think that has the power to actually transform the way that we are.